Hi, many of you know me as B or BJ. My real name is Bethany, and I am not crashing out. I am not pleading with anybody. I'm not arguing with anybody. I'm not fighting anybody. I'm taking this opportunity to bring light to a situation where I feel like so many have turned the other cheek. For 25 years, I was a veterinary nurse and wildlife biologist. I am educated. I went to high school. I went to college. I am white on my birth certificate and my driver's license. So I'm going to take this opportunity to use that white privilege to share something extremely important to me. And I hope that even if you disagree, that you will hear this message through and heed its caution. After the events over the last several weeks, I've had moments where, to some, where I feel safe and vulnerable, I've broken down and cried. And my older generation is saying, turn it off, B. It's just the way of the world. B, don't pay attention to that. It's just the way of the world. B, put your phone down. Don't doom scroll. It's just the way of the world. But what I have learned in my short 45 years is a way of the world that needs help. You see, at the age of 31, I found out I was adopted. And so I took a DNA test. And that DNA test gave me information that before those 31 years, I never knew. I've never been a bigot. I've never been a racist. But subconsciously, I have segregated myself from those who do not look like me. But at the age of 31, I found out I'm sub-Saharan African, Southeast Asian, Neanderthal, which is one of the oldest DNA lines on the planet. Okay? Native American, Choctaw specific, Halito Yokoke, which means hello and thank you in Choctaw. I'm Irish and broad European. That broad European and Irish give me my white privilege. It gives me my fair skin, my freckles, my light eyes, and my dark hair. It gives me the opportunity that since a life altering event of losing my leg to where I can no longer work with animals on a full time basis in a hospital setting, that I now clean houses. Whether I take care of your pets or bring in your trash, or excuse me, take out your trash and clean your toilets, I am still a living, breathing human being. And for where we live, I would not be permitted into your home to do those things if I didn't speak English, if I was a different color, or you assumed anything about me because I looked different from you. One of the things that I've heard over the last several days is they were just doing their jobs. But between science and history, we have a lot to learn from that. Science making me who I am, and that if it wasn't for immigrants and slaves, I would not be here to be your friend, to take care of your pets, to be your family member, to be an acquaintance, or to be your house cleaner. And from history, just doing their jobs, I'd like to remind you who else in history was just doing their job. The Roman soldiers that executed Christ on the cross, the very cross that said, The very Jesus that hung on that cross and said, "Love others the way I have loved you, and forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do." The same Jesus that threw tables over for robbers and crooks in a church. Those Roman soldiers were just doing their jobs. The German soldiers that led Jews to concentration camps and their demise, they were just doing their jobs. The American soldiers that slaughtered hundreds and thousands of Native Americans, scooped them off their lands, and shipped them elsewhere, from the Battle of Wounded Knee to the Trail of Tears and everything in between. Those soldiers were just doing their jobs. I won't even go into the fact that my Native American ancestors that don't even know I'm existing and are still alive today are actively fighting for their land and the use of their land that they were put on to this day. Then in the 1950s and 60s, we had the anti civil rights police dragging black and brown skinned Americans out of their homes, torturing them, hanging them, and burning them from trees, street signs, lampposts, and bridges. And now we have a president who is condemning a law abiding VA ICU nurse, a 37-year-old heterosexual white male, utilizing his Second Amendment at a protest, saying that his weapon was too powerful and that our president didn't like the fact that he had a weapon to begin with, let alone two loaded magazines. We're in Texas, y'all. We have castle doctrine. My father has a CHL license and drives with a loaded 9mm under his dash, with two spare magazines in his console. Quite frankly, I don't know an American in Texas that doesn't have one. And to say that he shouldn't have brought it to a protest in a lawful state where your Second Amendment is allowed to be utilized, you should be able to take that weapon anywhere. Again, I'm not here to fight with anybody. I'm not here to argue with anybody. And if this isn't your cup of tea, that's okay. I hope that my life story and the examination of the history and science behind my life and who make me who I am to you doesn't change our relationship. If it does, I understand and I respect that. And there's plenty of other people out there that will still use my services. But what I won't do is be silent. I have a voice. I might only have one leg left, but I'm still a whole human being who is a mixed race, white looking, loving mutt. And for those of you who have had pets that I've helped taken care of, some of you I have said to your face that I wish all people could be more like animals. Because I feel that animals are the most unconditional, completely forgiving, Christ like creatures in the world. The Bible tells us that the lion and the lamb get along in heaven. So we know animals go to heaven. I am but a mutt, a loving, caring, mixed race, mixed breed mutt. And I love you. And I care about you. And the Jesus that I know that spoke all the red words that you see in your Bible would want me to do this as I feel compelled to do this in a peaceful, loving way of sharing my story and my history. I do this and beseech you that you heed this enlightenment, these few facts about the girl that takes care of your animals or brings in your mail or takes care of your home or cleans your toilet and takes out your trash so that history won't repeat itself. Thank you.